Is that, based on your research or your experience, is that different in different age groups? Like when you have a bullying situation in elementary school, say grade 5 to 7, would that be different in terms of the way child or teenager react to it, as opposed to a teenage situation like in high school, grade 7, 8, 9, 10?
Yeah, I find through my research, through elementary school, the parents have a great opportunity to set a great example and role models for their kids because they're very young, right? And they're not quite wanting or able to learn a lot of psychological things. And they can really get a really good grasp on how their son or daughter is going to turn out in high school. Now, for teens in high school, it's very important, if the mother and father are not around as much, to introduce positive, uplifting techniques and just maybe different lifestyle changes, all sorts of different things to uplift today's teens, because they're being bombarded with society looking a certain way, acting a certain way on top of the bullying, and there's a lot of pressure for individuals which lead them to depression and the increase of suicide.
Back to the other the question we had before, I think there's some sort of resistance on children's part to report bullying. Maybe because they think they can deal with it themselves, or maybe they think it'll go away. So I don't think it'll happen as soon as it starts. I mean, like they come and tell parents or teachers or school principal. They keep it, and by thinking it will go away, or by thinking they can deal with it. And even if they have a good relationship with parents, they would report that somehow later in the game. Is that about right?
You're exactly right. And how I look at that is today's youth, they bottle it up, and they're scared. They're scared. It's just fear. And you know, if I go home and tell my mom and dad that I'm being bullied, a normal, like I said, normal parent response to go down there, find the bully, make a big deal out of it, and that exposes the individual, the victim, and therefore entices maybe the bully to be more harsh on that individual, right? So yeah.
Unless they belong to a certain kind of family and they put a contract.
Exactly.
So I know people who know people that take care.
Yeah, you can take care of it that way too, yeah.
Well, we're not advocating that. Okay, so what's your #1 advice to kids who are being bullied?
For kids who are being bullied, it's normal. I think that's very, very important. There's more, you're not the only one out there. I've been bullied. There's millions of people being bullied. And the fact of the matter is, because we don't talk about it as much, is when you are being bullied, you feel like you're the only one. And that's pretty scary, right? And that's what's increased suicide and all the fear and the depression, all sorts of different things. So just, you know, the #1 advice is, listen, it's a normal thing. And talk about it. Because those that bottle it up go into adulthood, and the same symptoms will come up either in relationships or in the workplace. You know, they'll bottle up, you know, their anger, and all of a sudden, who knows, it'll explode, right? So it's very healing to you know, and that's what they have to accept. It's, you know, don't be embarrassed, don't be shy, you know, don't feel that you're weird. You know, it's okay. Everyone gets bullied, everyone gets picked on, right? It's the way you look at it, which is what we're trying to introduce to today's youth and adults.